Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2023, the album. Dad, shimmy, shimmy, AF. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer didn't follow any problematic influencers. Peace. I'm gonna have to change all the Christmas songs into drama-related Christmas songs this year. So put your requests in the comment section below. Peter, we want to hear you do White Christmas. I'm dreaming of a drama-filled Christmas. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I was gonna say something dirty about something roasting on an open fire, but anyway, we won't say that. Drama roasting on my open fire. Beast. Anyway, put your requests in the comment section below, and I should write full Christmas drama songs. Wouldn't that be so fun? I'm thinking of Christmas because it's very, very cold today in Indiana. It is I think low 50s, and all I got on is this little sweatshirt and this little jean jacket. But I think this jean jacket is so cute, don't you? I love a good jean jacket with a pair of khakis or cords or something like that, you know? So anyway, it's actually Friday afternoon, and it is currently 5:11 p.m. And at first I was thinking about filming this video. I was going to make it a very, very short video. I have literally, people think that I sit down to make these 50-minute long videos. I honest to God, whenever I sit down to make a video, I have no idea how long it's going to be. So I don't know if this video is going to be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 50 minutes. I have no idea how long it's going to be. It'll be as long as I say what I have to say and then I shut up. That's how it's going to be over here. So, I was going to film this video and post it today as just kind of a second little video that I was going to do based on a comment that I got. A comment that I get pretty regularly from several people. I mean, not any specific person, just people will say this from time to time, and I thought, okay, this is an interesting comment that I got. It wasn't hateful or anything like that, but I think this is an important conversation to have in regards to talking about problematic influencers, talking about problematic people supporting problematic influencers, talking about people and brands supporting problematic influencers like James Charles and Colleen Ballinger and things like that. So, this is a comment that I get pretty regularly, so I wanted to address it. But on Saturday, we are going to a family situation, a family fall party at Alex's aunt's house, my husband's aunt's house. So, we're going to be over there for the majority of the day, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to film this video now, and then I can post this on Saturday, and then I don't have to worry about rushing home to make a video on Saturday. I can just have this ready to go up. So, that's what we're going to do. I've got all of my stuff ready. Listen, Linda, I come prepared for drama class. Do you? Do you have your protractor? Okay? Do you? I didn't say prostate. I said protractor, okay? Do you have your Depends in case you don't shit yourself, okay? Do you have your poopery because it's going to shit in this room once I start saying things that you don't want to hear about your favorite influencers? So you're going to need to strap in your Depends and spray the Febreze and the poopery and all that kind of stuff, okay? Do you have a toilet that flushes so you can flush all the shit down the toilet? So anyway, I come prepared, okay? I got my protractor, I got my calculator, I got my number 2 pencil for the Scantron test. Do you? Okay? So anyway, I got that. And then I got my reading glasses, of course, because I got to read a fool today, okay? And then, I don't know what fool yet, but I'm sure Robbie D. Christie will equal into that equation, that math equation somehow. Robbie D. Christie, James Charles, Colleen Ballinger, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson. I'll figure out a way to weave them through this whole thing. Oh, Daniel Prada. I'll figure out how to weave her in here, too. But I do have my coffee in my new Starbucks cup that I'm so excited about. Oh, my God. Look, it glows in the dark and everything, girl. A girly girl. She was not my best friend ever, girly girl. She was just a Starbucks cup. That should be their new motto. And I also have a Diet Coke, which I'm not going to open on camera because I already opened it. So, oh, by the way, I have non-problematic Fenty Beauty lip gloss. So we will put a little bit of that on right now. People were asking me, so I have done a couple videos in the last couple days talking about lip glosses because So let me just kind of give the background history to this video. So I wanted to do something kind of fun and lighthearted, right? And so I came up with this whole thing that because I'm not using Manny MUA Lunar Beauty's lip glosses anymore. I used the Celine for a very long time. This is so fantastic. Everybody out there that recommended these Fenty Beauty lip glosses to me, thank you so much, I appreciate it. But I do not support Manny MUA anymore because Manny MUA is problematic. He has said problematic things about Colleen Ballinger. He continues to support James Charles, just put up a TikTok, or they were commenting on each other's TikToks and stuff like that. So as of today, he is even supporting James Charles. I can no longer support Manny MUA. I feel like, you know the saying that I love so much by Maya Angelou, that when you know better, you do better. I feel like he knows better and he still isn't doing better. And so what that says is, fuck you to my audience. I don't really care. And I'm going to continue to do whatever the fuck I want. And if I want to protect a predator, I'm going to protect a predator. And that's what he's doing. So Manny, just so you know, and so your mother's mother knows and your sister's sisters know, I was very impressed with you for a long time, that you were staying out of drama and stuff, but it seems like you and your good Judy Laura Lee have taken a nosedive, right, okay? And just the other day, he was taking pictures, and he was doing this whole thing, this straight fantasy again, of straight men kissing his cheek. I'm like so over all that, okay? You know, gay men in our country have fought, gay men in the world, okay, have fought that stigma forever, alright? And then you got people that are supposedly role models in the LGBT community. I mean, Manny MUA has gotten on shows like The Surreal Life, okay? Because he is a man in the beauty space. Let's just be for real, okay? If he was just any other YouTuber, he wouldn't have got on The Surreal Life. He doesn't have that huge of a following. I think his last video he did got 30,000, 40,000 views. Not good, okay? And that was his, actually that was his release of his new launch. I just saw this today, so let's look this up. Manny MUA's launch. See, this is how I weave all these people in here. I didn't even know we were going to talk about Manny MUA today, but here, girl, you got your time. Okay, so Manny MUA, let's see, one day ago posted Siren, here it is, the facts, in case you want to see the facts. Siren Sunset Collection Reveal Lunar Beauty. One day ago, it's sitting at 37,000 views. Girl, don't nobody want that shit, okay? They don't. And people think you're problematic. And this is where I've warned these people, okay? Your integrity and who you are as a person is your selling piece, okay? You sell things online. People buy into the world of Manny MUA. Well, when you support a predator, like James Charles, and you come out and you say problematic shit in support of Colleen Ballinger, people take note of that. Okay, now I know to you guys that are sitting out there at 4, 5, 2 million, 16 million, 23 million subscribers, one person out there doesn't really matter, alright, to you, okay? To me, as someone that has channels like my BookTube channel and my Peterisms channel, where I might get 400 views a video, I am so grateful for every 300, 400 views I get on a channel, because what I realize is there are 200, 300, 400 people out there that are watching those videos. I read every comment. I see the comments from the people out there that are saying, thank you so much for posting this video, or I really needed to hear this at a certain time. I don't for 1 second take for granted that each one of those numbers out there on any one of my given channels is an actual real living person out there that is watching one of my videos. And I am so incredibly grateful for it, because it has afforded me the amazing life that I have today to get up every single day and do something that I love. I think these people have lost sight of that. They don't really care if they lose subscribers over being a good person. They don't really care if they've lost subscribers off of who they follow, who they support, and that's what we're going to be talking about today and things like that, right? Okay, well, now it's biting you in the ass because you put out a release and you're getting 37,000 views. Not good. Not good at all, okay? Now, we might be hearing about the closing of Lunar Beauty real soon. I don't know, because if you're posting a video and your launch video is in 24 hours getting 37,000 views, which is equal to what some of my videos get, okay, and maybe a fourth of that is buying your new products. So what is that? A fourth of 40,000 is 10,000 people. That is not a good selling point for a brand, okay? And I've said this for a long time, and we're going to talk about social media today. YouTube is social media. I think people forget that sometimes. That these people, their only selling point is their social media, okay? Is their TikTok, is their Instagram, is their YouTube, right? Like, if tomorrow Manny MUA stopped making videos, stopped making TikTok, stopped pissing and posting on Instagram, who do you think is looking up Lunar Beauty to buy his new products? Well, maybe diehard people, okay, that loved his products. But over 2 or 3 years, do you think people are going to continue to buy his products like they buy CoverGirl, L'Oreal, things like that? No. They're not. Those are established brands, okay? So nobody's going to be looking for Lunar Beauty if he's not posting on social media. Social media is very important to influencers like James Charles. Laura Lee wouldn't be selling her clothing or her makeup or anything if she weren't on social media. Jaclyn Hill, her entire selling point for all of her brands is social media. James Charles, his entire selling point is social media. That's why he did the PR thing on TikTok. Everything that James Charles does to sell his products, okay, is on TikTok and YouTube. That's why he announced the closing of his brands or his sister's apparel on TikTok. And addressed it on other social media sites as well. Because social media is how these people make a living, okay? I think it's important in this conversation of why does it matter who follows these people? Why does it matter if brands follow these people? It matters because literally the only reason why these people have power, have brands, and are able to make money is solely from social media. If tomorrow YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter fell away, they would not be making any money whatsoever. They have no skills that would buy them. I mean, none of them are trained makeup artists. None of them, okay? Maybe a few of them worked at the MAC counter, or maybe a few of them, you know, used a ring light to get them on the Ellen show. Yes, James Charles, I'm talking to you, okay? But really what they did was they got popular. They collabed with other people like Jeffree Star, and that got them to the top. They exposed their name and things like that, whatever. I mean, did you used to hear Manny MUA back in the day? He'd say, don't fucking follow me if you don't want. He don't say that anymore. Oh, no, girl, because he knows. He's lost enough subscribers, okay? But you still stand behind somebody like James Charles. So what that must say to me is that you really think that James Charles is a really good person for all the things that he does out there. Well, I can't follow somebody that thinks that. Because I don't feel like James Charles has ever come out and adequately addressed it and adequately expressed the work that he has done and the therapy that he has gone to, other than just to say, I'm desperate, okay? And if that's good enough for you, then you are a fucking predator protector. And no, I am not putting my money in your pocket, and I am not putting my money in the pocket of any brands out there that support those people, all right? Whether I'm just one person out there just like you, but listen, I take the people that follow my channels and subscribe to my channels and watch my videos very seriously. Because I watch a lot of YouTube videos. And I realize that I'm just one number to those people, you know? But I watch a lot of people out there, like I watch Bay Nation, Bitchin' and Eatin', and they do these live streams. They might have 30 people in a live stream, and they stream for hours on end. You think it doesn't matter to them when it says 30 to 31? That one person fucking matters, okay? The people it doesn't matter to are the people that are so large that they do not care anymore. So make sure that you matter to these people. Make sure that your vote counts. I said this in my last video. Make sure that the money that you're putting in these pockets is important. So is it important that brands follow these people? Absolutely. It gives them credential, okay? It gives them credibility. I don't think I meant to say credential. It gives them credibility. So people are like, oh, it doesn't really matter if these brands follow them. It doesn't really matter if these influencers follow them. The fuck it doesn't. If nobody is going to their launches, and nobody is buying their products, and nobody is supporting them, if James Charles had no followers, nobody was watching his videos, and nobody was watching his TikToks, James Charles wouldn't have just come out with a new launch. James Charles might be forced into a position where he would actually have to take a look at his behaviors. Let's not even talk about it from a selling point. Let's not even talk about it from a YouTube point. Let's talk about it about human change, okay? And maybe somebody wanting to help somebody out there so that they don't harm other people. Not to mention that people that want to minimize this whole idea of social media, it's just social media. These people literally abuse their social media platforms to hurt people, okay? It was the medium that they used to hurt people. What don't you understand about that? If James Charles didn't have Instagram, he said that he was using his For You pages and his Explore pages as dating apps. If he didn't have social media, he wouldn't have harmed anybody. If James Charles hadn't been famous on social media, nobody would give a fuck who James Charles was, and nobody would want to talk to him. He used his power. He acknowledged that in his video. His social media power. His prestige. He used that. Colleen Ballinger used that. okay, with all of her fans that idolized her. She used that to manipulate those relationships. Okay, so at the very least, when you guys say, well, it doesn't, why does it matter if these influencers follow him? Why does it matter if these brands follow him? Well, at the very least, okay, which I think is a huge point, what it matters is that you're enabling these people from having to see the truth that they really need help. Probably one of the reasons why James Charles has never been forced into a position to get real therapy, do real work on his issues of being desperate, which is such bullshit anyway. The man has serious problems, okay? This is not just one or two incidents. This is a pattern of behaviors that has occurred over time. You know, the traumatic experience that he is putting on other people that you guys don't think is that big of a deal. It's like, oh, let's go to the painted lunch. Oh, Manny MUA, let's do a PR package. Let's kiss this thing. There are real victims out there that live through the trauma experiences of James Charles. Do they not matter to you? When you want to act like you're a role model to the LGBTQIA plus community or a role model to anybody out there that has experienced similar trauma, you don't care about that? You don't think that that's important? Do you have conversations with James Charles about how he needs therapy? That he needs real help in his life? Because you don't have any problem being their friend when it benefits you. But if I had a friend like that, I would have those conversations with them. I'd say, I'm really worried about you. You need to be seeking some therapy. You need to be taking some time off the internet because you do not understand how serious this is. Okay? So are you having those conversations with him? Because, Manny, I asked you, and you said no, you weren't having those conversations. What you said to me was, if you knew James behind the scenes, you would know that he wasn't like that when there was literal, factual evidence to the contrary. So, Manny MUA, you are a fucking piece of shit, okay? Because you only care about the money and the views. And the views ain't working real well for you anymore, okay? So, the least of it is that these brands that continue to support and enable him, okay, and Colleen Ballinger, and the influencers that continue to do the same thing, what they do is they safeguard these people from ever having to really be pushed into a corner where they go, wow, my career is gone. I have lost my career. I have lost people in my life as a result. This is where choices and consequences come into play. I have lost a lot as a result of the things that I was doing in my behaviors. I guess maybe I really do need to take a look at that. I guess I really do need to take some time off the internet. I guess I really do need to go to therapy because I don't get it. I don't see it. So all the brands that are following James Charles, they enable that. All the influencers that use his products and follow him enable that. All the brands that send free products to James Charles, what they do is they are keeping him from actually having to take a look at the real issues in his life that are going to further harm other people down the road if they don't get checked. Because what he can sit there and say is, every time I do a video, there's always an Amazon package that comes up. Here comes the Amazon package right now. And this is my allergy medicine, my aloe vera. So, which I'm thankful for because the allergies are killing me. But every time somebody does something like that, what it does is it keeps James Charles from having to actually address the real issues, you know? I'll be right back. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. It was I'm almost positive it's my allergy medicine, but should we check? It is! It's my allergy medicine. Okay. So anyway, let's get back to this madness. So when these brands, okay, send free product, follow them, when people say to me, why does it really matter if somebody follows an influencer online? Why does it really matter if these influencers follow a problematic influencer? Why does it really matter if a brand follows them? Okay, let's go along with that for a second. If it really isn't that big of a deal, and these brands and these influencers know that James Charles is a self-proclaimed predator, why does it really matter if they follow him or not? Why don't they unfollow him? I mean, going along that same thinking, which to me is predator protection in itself, when you go along with that same thinking and you go, it really isn't that big of a deal if they follow them, okay, then is it really that big of a deal for them to unfollow him? Why do they have this need to, if it's not that big of a deal at all, then why do they have this need to hold on so quick, to hold on so strongly, you know? Why can't they just let it go? Why don't they just unfollow him with quickness? You know, like I said yesterday in my video, Fenty Beauty and Rihanna are doing just fine. They have no need to follow James Charles. So explain to me why brands like Patrick Ta, Trixie Mattel, Kimchi, Anastasia of Beverly Hills, I mean, you guys, it's Kylie Cosmetics, it's on and on and on, okay? To the point where, like, this is the reason why I stopped the lip gloss videos. Because I can't find that many brands out there to review for good enough lip glosses that don't follow him. I mean, this is so... You know, I have compared these situations between Colleen Ballinger and James Charles to the Jeffrey Epstein and the Ghislaine Maxwell thing for a very long time. When you look at it and you step outside of it, okay, and you're just a dude with a camera sitting in Indianapolis, Indiana, getting Amazon packages, looking at your mums and your pumpkins on the front porch, and you're just looking at all this kind of stuff, and you're just trying to do a lip gloss video, and then you start realizing that all of these brands, okay, follow James Charles, send James Charles products for free, okay, endorse James Charles' brand by following his brand and following him. What you realize is that much like Hollywood, okay, much like the industry that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell moved around and had a lot of people supporting them, right? Which is why they got to get away with what they did for so long. Which is why the victim stories were lost and nobody really listened to them for a very, very long time. Because they had a lot of very powerful people protecting Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. This really isn't a whole lot different when you guys look at it, okay? It's maybe not on the scale of that, but it's close. It really is, okay? And yes, the implications and the things that they did are different, but it's all in the same category, okay? And so when you look at that and you think, wow, okay, so Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell had powerful people, politically powerful people, entertainment industry powerful people, okay? Business owners that were powerful people, you know? That were giving Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein free access to a lot of people and power and money over a period of years that allowed this to happen. Then please explain to me that in 2023, when the currency is social media, how you can possibly say that a follow and an endorsement and a support of James Charles or Colleen Ballinger does not fucking matter. Because what you are doing is you are allowing these people to continue to move around, okay? Not suffer consequences and continuing to have the ability to hurt and harm other people. Just like Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell did for years. So yes, it is very similar. So when you reduce it to it just being about social media, it is not just about social media. So let me read this comment, okay, that I got really quick. So the comment that I got says, I mean, it wasn't a nasty comment. I get this comment in varying different degrees from lots of people. Does it really matter that much who people or companies follow on social media? I don't use Twitter, X, or Instagram, so I struggle to understand why following someone on social media equates to supporting them. Well, you watch videos because you're commenting on my video, okay? So YouTube is a social media platform. So by you giving me a subscription to my channel, okay, by you subscribing to my channel, that is upping the number by 1, okay? James Charles has 23 million followers. When people see that, they're more likely to invest in his channel, to invest in giving him sponsorships, to invest in giving him money, to invest in giving him product, okay? Because it's all networking. Like as if you went to a networking conference. If you don't think so, I'm going to explain it to you here in a second. So, for example, if a brand out there sees that James Charles has 23 million subscribers, which is a fucking lot, okay, and is getting a lot of views on his videos still to this day, getting over 1 million views a video, then they're more likely to send that person their brand, put money in their pocket, okay? So it really does matter who you follow on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter X, whatever, okay? It really does matter. And I almost kind of think that to take this stance of like, why does it really matter anyway, is really negligent, okay? It really, really is. It would be like saying, well, does it really matter if you go to one of John Wayne Gacy's parties? Knowing he's a serial killer, does it really matter if you were going to a party that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were throwing, knowing that they were doing all this behind the scenes? Does it really matter? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, it matters. You're showing up to that party and supporting those people is highly problematic. You are visually showing that you are supporting those people and the things that they believe in and their philosophies. Absolutely, it is important. The fact that this is missed on so many people is mind-boggling to me. Literally mind-boggling. And at the expense of losing some subscribers over this, I really do not care, because I think it is just important to speak about. So let me go on with this comment. I I don't use Twitter, X, or Instagram, so I struggle to understand why following someone on social media equates to supporting them. I guess I just don't get it, and honestly, I'm not 100% sure I need or want to, since I have no plans to ever use either platform. I don't support James Charles and never really have, but I guess I just don't place as much importance on social media as other people do, because I just don't understand why it matters. Okay, well, number one, from a layman's point of view, I don't know if you don't understand this or not, but like literally James Charles, Manny MUA, Jeffree Star, Toddy Westbrook, Colleen Ballinger, Mr. Beast, Trisha Paytas, PewDiePie. I mean, anybody out there in the world. Do you realize, like, Meghan Trainor, none of her music would go viral if it wasn't for all these TikTok dances? Meghan Trainor got her started on YouTube. Like, do you guys, like, you guys say social media doesn't matter. YouTube is social media. TikTok is social media. Okay? So, these people, none of these people would have careers if it weren't for social media. Do you understand that? It's not just about a follow on an Instagram. It's that none of these people would have careers if it wasn't for social media. Social media is very important to these people. You don't think so? Call up James Charles and tell him tomorrow you're taking down his TikTok, his Instagram, his Twitter, his YouTube. Trust me, the man would fucking freak out, okay? Because you'd be taking away his money, number one, because ain't nobody going to know about that payment otherwise, because nobody's checking in on James Charles, except for on social media. Social media is where these people have built their careers. So social media is very, very important. I can't even believe that we need to have this discussion. Social media in the year 2023 is literally currency, okay? We were watching House of Villains last night. Hey, and Jax from Vanderpump Rules was on there. And he got in this whole situation with this guy because that was on Love is Blind. And the Shake guy from Love is Blind. And he was talking about how, like, you really need to build your social media. And he was talking about all these brand deals that he gets. And that he and Brittany, his wife, get brand deals of like $200,000, $500,000, $100,000, $1 million, right? To do all these brand deals. So then, like, he hears this guy talking about him. He's like, makes all his money anyway. Why does he need to win this money on this show? Well, Jax turns around the corner. Well, then they get him in the confessional. He's like, I was just really trying to help him on how to turn his reality TV into a platform to make money. That you have to build your Instagram. You have to build, and I'm like, people want to say this shit's not important. This is literally the bread and butter for these people, okay? It's literally Trisha Paytas getting on Big Brother, the celebrity Big Brother, and saying, I have so many followers to that guy, I will ruin you when I get out of here, and I will have all of them come for you. Do you guys not remember that? It's literally Colleen Ballinger using her following to decimate Adam McIntyre behind the scenes. You don't call that power? It's literally the ability to change elections with social media. And gossip and drama that's put out there. It's baffling to me that anybody can be so ignorant in 2023 to not think that there is power in social media. If there's no power in social media, why does everybody want to go viral and thrive on social media? Are you kidding me? So let's do a little lesson here, okay? Because I went in here and I wanted to look up on social media, so I pulled up the social media on Wikipedia. Social media are interactive technologies that facilitate the creation and sharing of content, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through virtual communities and networks. While challenges to the definition of social media arise due to the variety of standalone and built-in social media services currently available, there are some common features. 1. Social media are interactive, internet-based applications. 2. User-generated content such as text posts or comment, digital photos, it goes on. 3. User-created service-specific profiles for the website or app that are designed and maintained by the social media organization. And 4, social media helps the development of online social networks, this is networking, by connecting a user's profile with those of other individuals or groups. That is the sole purpose of social media, okay? Is to connect somebody with other people. That's the sole purpose, okay? So, when you have brands like Anastasia of Beverly Hills, okay, that hugely supports RuPaul's Drag Race and is on RuPaul's Drag Race in their workroom, okay, and I think is given away every year, and you have a whole TV show like RuPaul's Drag Race supporting James Charles and having him in the audience for the finale, okay, then everybody that sees that, and it's like, well, Norvina and Anastasia Beverly Hills, she doesn't have a problem with James Charles, and James Charles is in the audience of the RuPaul's Drag Race, then maybe all these things that were said about James Charles are never true. He took down his video anyway, and then James Charles continues to have an audience. And his audience is what allows him to have the social media following that he hits up people in DMs and continues to harm people with his platform. Are we connecting the dots here? Do you need finger paints? What's so hard to fucking understand about this? But let's go on with the lesson, shall we? Okay. Power is most often used to control or influence. Without a doubt, social media has a great deal of power. Social is exerting a great deal of influence over traditional marketing, advertising, and communication channels. All right. Now, do you remember that video that James Charles did years ago? I think it was with Toddy Westbrook, where he was talking about how much traditional marketing costs to hire an actor, to find a location, to hire a team to record it, to hire editors, to hire stylists, to hire makeup people, to do all that kind of stuff, the food that you're going to do for the day and all that kind of stuff. And then you have to put all the commercial together. Then you have to buy time on channels to list the commercial. Do you remember that whole video and how he said it was cheaper to use people on social media? Like, even if you're paying them $60,000 to $100,000, it's a lot cheaper than the $1 million you're going to pay for a commercial. Do you remember that? Okay, that is James Charles realizing the power of social media. He got it 5 years ago. Why is it that grown fucking adults don't get it today? And James Charles at the time was 19 years old. Can you please explain that to me? Why James Charles at 19 or 20 realized the power of social media? He still gets it, you guys. That's why he's gotten away with all this shit. Because he plays on the fact that people are too stupid to realize the power of social media. That's why he had to come out in a whole ass video and explain the math to you. Okay? James Charles is the person that cries a river when he ain't in the algorithm of Instagram. Why do you think he cares about that? Because he knows that Instagram is what pays his fucking bills and gives him power. He knows that. It's why he's cried about it 1,000,000 times. Instagram's not being fair to me. Instagram's taking me out of the algorithm. None of my reels are getting... Go blow it out your ass, James Charles. People want to talk about how social media doesn't have any power. Okay, let's go on and let's read some more. How does social media have power? Social media allows businesses to build relationships with their customers and create engaging content that can help to drive brand awareness and loyalty. Social media platforms have also given rise to online communities, something that traditional marketing cannot do, where users can connect with other users who share similar interests, hobbies, or experiences. So, for example, okay, if you are somebody out there that loves Kylie Jenner and loves the Kardashian and loves Kylie Cosmetics, and you're rolling through and she posts something from James Charles' painted launch, okay, or if you're somebody like that loves Gigi Gorgeous, and you have followed Gigi Gorgeous for years, this is called cross-pollinating audiences. And Gigi Gorgeous, just like Jaclyn Hill, is using the James Charles painted sponge from his new release in a video. Gigi Gorgeous is a predator protector too, okay? And she's using his sponge in her video, and you're like, oh, well, you're a fan of James Charles, or you're a fan of Gigi Gorgeous's, and Gigi Gorgeous is using James Charles' sponge. Now, you've heard some shit about James Charles, but you don't really know the whole story. And he took down the video anyway, and maybe he's really not that bad of a guy. And Gigi, you love, you've watched her for years, you're loyal to her. Loyal brands, like it said, develops loyalty, develops online communities. Gigi Gorgeous has an online community, okay, that's very loyal to her. Don't tell me she doesn't fucking have a responsibility to her audience. And she picks up and uses a sponge in her video, okay? She's selling those sponges for James Charles. She's putting money in the pocket of predators. She's telling her audience, if I buy it, you should too. This is the power of social media. This is why it's problematic as hell when you got Trixie Mattel, Patrick Ta, Kim Chi, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Kylie Cosmetics, on and on and on, supporting James Charles, okay? Because if you all of a sudden like Kylie Cosmetics, and you're like, oh, she did 2 or 3 videos with him, whether they were 2 years or 5 years ago, okay? Or her brand still follows him. Well, I like Kylie Cosmetics. If she likes James Charles, there must not be anything wrong with James Charles. People are looking for excuses to like these people again, okay? Why do you think James Charles is trying to say that Beyonce and all these other people are using this makeup when it's actually the makeup artists that are using it? That networking doesn't matter either. How do you think he met those people? Just walking down the street? He met them on fucking social media. Let's be for real, okay? They either sought him out or he sought them out on social media. They followed him, okay? Sent him a DM and said, I'm Beyonce's makeup artist. We should be friends. Let me send you my painted shit. Then you can use it on Beyonce. Oh, that would be fun. Then he throws up a picture of saying, Beyonce used my makeup on tour. Are you fucking kidding me that you don't think that social media is important and has power? What world do you all live in today? This is why I'm so grateful for the smart, educated people that have common sense out there. And no, you don't need to go to Harvard, okay? Or Yale to learn this shit. It's called common fucking sense. And I live for 99% of my comments that people are like, thank you for continuing to talk about this. This is so problematic. Why does James Charles have a platform? Good question, I don't know. But for you 1% out there that make excuses and defend James Charles and Colleen Ballinger, like I said in my video yesterday, number one, shame on you. Number two, why are you so ignorant that you can't even understand this situation that social media is so powerful today? Social media is literally the currency of 2023. Are you kidding me? Social media, if you have power on social media, you have more power than the dollar bill. Do you not understand that? Oh, let's go on and read a little bit more. Okay. What is the power of social media in today's world? It helps people stay connected and share ideas. Ideas like what? If somebody is supporting James Charles and following his brand, does that share the idea and the belief, as this article says from LinkedIn, that on the importance of social media in today's world? This is LinkedIn, okay? It helps people stay connected and share ideas and beliefs. Share ideas and beliefs about what? Well, if Anastasia Beverly Hills follows James Charles, if Kylie Cosmetics follows James Charles, if Patrick Ta follows James Charles, if all these other people follow James Charles, like Trixie Mattel and Kim Chi, then it must not be that bad. He must not be that bad. Those are the shared ideas and beliefs. That's why it's important who they follow. I was like, is this another Amazon package? Oh my God, it is! I'm getting another Amazon. No, this is UPS. Are they coming to my house? Or are they going to the house next door? Hold on a second, I'll be right back. It wasn't for me. I was so excited too. I was like, I'm getting another package? Oh my God. So anyway, let's read on, shall we? Okay. It can also be used to promote businesses, organizations, and causes, as well as to stay informed about current events and trends. Trends of what? Being predator protectors? Okay. How is the power of social media positive? The positive aspects of social media: communicate and stay up to date with family and friends around the world. Find new friends and communities. How do you find those communities? Oh, well, you look and you see who follows who. You guys have never on social... Are you telling me you've never looked at who some of your friends follow on social media and then you find new people through that? Seriously? Okay. That's literally what Facebook is. Join or promote worthwhile causes, raise awareness on important issues. Does social media have the power to change the world? How? Okay. Social media has undoubtedly changed the way we communicate. It empowers individuals and enables communities to share information and have a collective voice. The collective voice of the influencers and the brands is that James Charles is not problematic. That James Charles is not a predator. When he came out in a video and self-proclaimed that he was a predator, took the video down, and now 4 years later is coming out in a Cosmopolitan article saying himself in an interview that he is doing the exact same things, okay? That is the collective voice, is that James Charles is not problematic for him, for people. That is why it is so important, okay? That is why it is so important of who people follow and who brands follow and things like that. And quite frankly, maybe it's just a follow, but like I said, then why is it so hard, okay, that they unfollow him? There are a lot of problematic people out there. Listen, okay, there are a lot of like child abusers and things like that out there that y'all would take huge issue with and would never go if McDonald's followed them again, or Kentucky Fried Chicken, or Walmart, or none of these places, okay? If they were supporting those people, y'all wouldn't put your money into it. But when it comes to James Charles, it's like, oh, it's really not that big of a deal. Do you think it's not that big of a deal to those 2 minors, that maybe more, that didn't come out and speak? Those 2 minors, at least that he validated, that he was talking to. Do you think it matters to those 2 minors and their families? Do you think it matters to the straight heterosexual men that he was trying to be coercive with? Do you think it matters? Oh, wait a second. But social media doesn't have any power. Well, it did several years ago when James Charles lost 3 million subscribers overnight. Do you remember that? 3 million subscribers and a whole lot of Instagram followers. In fact, at that time, when all the Kardashian Jenners were unfollowing James Charles and all these people were unfollowing James Charles because of the same situation that he's never addressed fully and it's still engaging in today, and a lot of those people have refollowed him. A lot of famous people unfollowed him. Do you remember that? And that was a big fucking deal. We were talking about it all the time. You guys were demanding that these people unfollow James Charles, okay? Well, I can't believe this person still follows them. I'm not going to talk about it. It's the same thing with Colleen Ballinger. But now 4 years have gone by, and people have forgotten, and people are like, why is it that big of a deal if these brands follow him? But Colleen Ballinger is right behind him, see? And people are saying it is a really big deal that brands are supporting Colleen Ballinger. That's why she's losing sponsorships. It is a really big deal that influencers are following Colleen Ballinger. I can't support this person if they continue to follow Colleen Ballinger. So in 4 years' time, when we've forgotten what Colleen Ballinger did, and there's a new James Charles or a new Colleen Ballinger within the influencer world that we're so ate up with and we're focused on that time, and the victim stories have been forgotten and lost because these people have taken enough time off of social media and everybody refollowed them again. Because the reality is that people don't like ugly, and so they wanted to forget the ugliness of the world of these influencers. So we just move on, we forget it. We'd rather have reasons to like them instead of reasons to not like them. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's happened with James Charles. It will happen with Colleen Ballinger if you allow it. If you allow it. You guys are the ones that have the power. You can decide where you vote. And for me, I am about holding the influencers and the brands accountable that support these people. Period. Anyway, I thought it was an important conversation to have. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.